Alrighty, guys. What is the message for today? Before we even pull any cards, I feel very called to tell you, I feel from your collective a deep amount of, there's no other easy way to put it, but a stressful feeling. It feels like everything's going good for you, but there's just something in your head that's making it hard for you to see the positive. And that doesn't mean an overall, like you're in this state of despair. There's just like, I can feel you fighting that parasite to stay dormant. I can feel you knowing everything's been breaking barriers, but still a little of a tingle of, am I doing the right thing? You're not alone in this feeling. Everybody that's part of your collective is feeling this as well, because you're all connected. I can assure you, something that Spirit wants me to state is this person's not blowing you any smoke. They're not blowing smoke up your ass. I'm feeling you trust. And trust can be a weird feeling. And for a long time, trusting put you in certain circumstances you never would have expected. You've been separated for a long time from people that no longer serve you. And from what I see is you have had a lot of found family come in throughout this past year of your life. It's been a lot. It's been overwhelming. How could you expect yourself to know everything? How could you expect yourself to, after going through all those years of having people and etc. that you couldn't fully trust, and then experiencing these people that love you authentically, unconditionally, and are part of your highest timeline, aka why you've met them at this frequency and you didn't meet them before, you have to give yourself the credit. And I think you have seen that even when we're surrounded by people that love us, if we haven't dealt with our own insecurities, our own fears, the parasite can really blind that unconditional love as poison. You have a higher commitment being presented to you. There's somebody that has been cutting out distractions in their life. And you've gone back and forth from being in communication with. So that could be a little bit of the rocky feeling that you're having. Spirit says this is not to be feared when you have moments of wondering. This is a deep download for somebody that I feel is so positive and so beautiful and is fighting imposter syndrome right now with knowing that there is somebody that's in love with you. You have a soulmate that's more than a soulmate. This is a soul tie. And it's not just passion that is keeping this going. It is true gas. It is true momentum. You two have reached out of the butterfly phase with each other, where everything's honky-dory. You really know if people are meant for you, if you can get through hurdles and struggles together. So this reading is to clarify for you that there is a person that is not blowing smoke up your ass. As long as you're in front of me, I'm going to do everything in my power to quiet that parasite. It is so strong to be able to look at your parasite dead in the face and say, I'm not scared of you. And you will not make me think my circumstances are what they once were. I will not let you stop me from driving forward. I will not allow you to stop me from expanding my private life. This is a beautiful energy, but I'm definitely going to have to analyze a little bit more to get the rest. These two cards, manifest and fill your cup. Okay, this is good for me. I'm going to do my little fast forward part, and I'll get this to you. This person has quite a bit of actions to talk about with you. Quite a bit of actions. They haven't asked you many questions about why you do what you do, how you do what you do. And I see two people who have continuously tried to keep this sense of coolness with each other and not talk about what's really going on. You see, this person absolutely sees that you fill your cup in others. And what they think about when getting in a form of collaboration with you, a relationship, etc., is this could be harmonious. This is real. This is somebody that they can heal with and can fight through deceit with. This is somebody that meets another person halfway, and you probably receive quite a bit of public recognition. You both can. I see two people that are in places of authority. Something they want me to state is that one of the people in this reading could very well have piercings, like septum piercing. There's even that bottom lip piercing on her. But it's highlighted to me on this card, so that's something to be stated. Something that has to be talked about. That is a deep-seated reason for their fear is not being a secret or the courage for you. This person's been thinking about, do they have the courage to be by your side in this world? There's no question on how they feel. There's no question that you're a healthy person, a good partner. You're charming, you're beautiful, eccentric, handsome. Take it as it resonates, because I channel for everybody. But there's a deep sense for here of some people with this card. I can't ignore it at all. You know, these are collective takes what resonates. This will still have a message even if this part doesn't resonate with you. These are two men on this card. And this is a card about relationships. Some of you here could have been battling your sexuality. You could have fallen in love with somebody of the same sex, etc. And even though there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, that love is beautiful. That love is authentic. That love is real. We are still all fighting at times that parasite in our mind that we were told growing up the way things should be. Well, life ain't that simple, and it's not supposed to be that way. That's what some other humans decided to tell other humans to gain control of them. Source never said that. Source is about this connection. And for the ones of you here who this isn't about anything to do with sexuality or etc., then I just sense two people that come from different backgrounds. Another thing about these two is they're different skin tones. There could have been, whenever I see different skin tones and etc., there could literally be something to do with coming from very different backgrounds, or even I get a channel message about like the differences in religious backgrounds, etc. No matter how it resonates with you, you both have details about your life that you're like, Can I really share this with the world? I sense that the person connected to you could have, no matter if this was about same-sex relations or not, they could have been a secret in the past in people's lives, like continuously just in the talking stage, and they don't want to be led on. This person had to look inwards and see if they have the courage, because these are collective takes what resonates. I feel the switching back and forth of one person more being willing to be like, hey, I'm who I am to the world. I don't care what anybody knows or thinks. In fact, everybody who's in my life knows who I am, and that's what matters. And everybody else can assume what they want to assume. And then there's another person that deeply feels and accepts themselves for who they are, but there's still a part of them afraid how the outside world will see things. This could even just come down to you being two totally different types of people. The white heart, black heart aesthetic. That's what I call it. No matter how this resonates, Spirit's encouraging this. You two bring this yin-yang to each other. As long as both of you continue to talk and not let certain thoughts just become assumptions, as long as you two talk about these moments, you're going to be able to get through it. What I hear is this person would feel safe to be blindfolded with you. Even when this person tried to shy away from your energy, Spirit would send all these signs like your name, your car, things about you that are so unique. Songs, etc. A deep thing in their curiosity right now is learning from you. How did you learn to love yourself the way you do? How have you manifested everything in your existence? You're inspiring as fuck. I see now, here, there's more of a present energy. The reason that they have gone a little bit back and forth in your energy right now, because I feel like 1 second you're talking a lot and then you're waiting like days for a message, etc., is they're battling, making sure they continue to go forth with their curiosity with you and seeing that this is expansion, but also that parasite trying to tell them it could be a cycle repeat, that this is another person that's going to hurt you, etc. Look, it's easy right here for us to say, I can love, I can trust again. When you go into moments of separation, because we have our own individual lives where you go to work, you hang out with other friends, you hang out with family. When you're two not in front of each other, it can be harder to feel that. I sense you understand this person more than they even realize. Spirit wants you to not blow away from them. What that means is don't match the energy. If they wait a couple of hours to respond, you don't double the time of waiting to respond. You respond when you feel correct. If you're busy, don't respond then. If you're not, respond when it feels right. Don't try to match. If this person is closing up, talk about anything. The more you open up, and the more every time they kind of push away, and then when they organically come back to you, and you allow them in with open arms, is strengthening this. It is easy to sit here and say we should know as soon as we meet this person and give our all and never look back. It's not that simple. You could have the love of your life, everything you've asked for right in front of you. But because you're still dealing with so much and here you will not see it. We're not meant to be completely healed and then meet our divine. We're meant to at least be in love with ourselves and develop with our divine. I see a release of paranoia. And I see you listening with compassion, and your next conversation together, you are a listening ear. You are a deep safe space for each other, okay? No matter what part you are in with this dynamic, don't cut this out of your life. It's doing something for you. It is honoring your crown chakra. It is honoring your heart chakra. Opening up to this person. They're not your exes of the past. They're not your friends of the past. They're not the people that hurt you. You two met at the frequency you did now because you're part of each other's highest timeline. So this battle between parasite and intuition, it does have to be done on their own end. But we do need people to help recognize what we already see inside. Sometimes when we have that feeling of, I don't know why I want to say this, but I should, you have no idea that you're literally in that moment connected, and whatever that person is thinking, you are saying out loud. And is giving confirmations that, holy shit, I'm not wrong. There is something more here. This person's connected to my mind. I don't know exactly what that even means or how it works, but it's real. I sense that you have opened up this person to spirituality. You have great responsibility in this world. What else do we got about current energy between you two? This person, I say this all the time. I just got these cards. This is so cool. I say this all the time. The bigger picture. Seeing the bigger picture. I've never pulled that card before yet. And the Make-A-Wish. If some of you have been feeling called to get a tattoo or etc., I feel like when people are called to get tattoos, a lot of times it's spirit saying there's a new download, there's something exciting, there's a fresh print that's coming into your life. And that doesn't have to mean just like a new person or anything. It's a new experience. It's opening up a channel and not letting the fear of hurt stop you from gaining the art, you see? I see you being taken to somebody's home. I see you being able to see somebody's home as your second home. As we speak, this person understands they manifested you. During your moments of that individual separation, what you both have worked on individually, in the 3D, but in the 5D, I've been working together this whole time, is building trust with your own inner child. Taking all that creative, all that inspiration, all of those high frequencies, and creating the foundations and healthy habits and boundaries between not giving, overgiving, but not undergiving to people either. But making sure that most of that energy is for yourself and expanding your job, your passion, your hobby, your creativity, however it resonates. A lot of you here have understood, I don't have to call my passion my hobby. My passion is my future. My passion is my career. My passion is not my hobby anymore. You have very much dived inwards to your craft because of this riding the wave time. It's not been limbo. I see two people being able to sit across a table from each other with no darkness, no part of the mind being like, it's like when you two, okay, I see the download. When you're two in front of each other and you're looking to each other's eyes, there are no doubts. The shadow can't, the shadow side that is connected to the parasite, not the shadow side that's connected to your dark soul, which you're supposed to be one with. That shadow side connected to the parasite is not even able to shine. It's too bright when you're both in a room together. It could have been maybe not that long since you last seen each other. Some of you, maybe it's been long. Take what resonates, because these are collective. But I'm hearing the flame has still been burning. The next time you two sit over dinner together, talk about building forward. Don't talk about just the sweet things. There's no more winning over anything. There's no more needing to play it calm, cool, and collected all the time. You guys have hit a point of, hey, where's this going? We're not entertaining each other's energy. There's something more here. What's the sign out for this reading? All right. So Spirit's saying 3 things. Get ready to tidy up your home. And remember, the way you take care of your surroundings is a reflection of how you're taking care of yourself. But literally, get ready to tie up your home, because you'll be taking somebody home with you. Or you could be going home with them. Take it as it resonates. But needless to say, even get your car ready or etc. Because you never know what's going to happen with this dynamic. You don't know what be ready for anything with this. Spirit's saying to remember, even though you know you're a light worker, you're a service worker, you're a healer. Remember, giving to yourself and healing yourself is just as important as healing others. To remember that you are the one that sets healthy boundaries between how much you give certain energy to people and back to your work. To see that this person does not get in the way of your fruition. That if they were somebody you were supposed to completely wipe and throw away for a representation, you wouldn't feel the way you do about them. You wouldn't think the way you do about them. There have been plenty of people in your life it has been easy to let go of. This is different. And I don't sense two people that got in this drastic part of having a fight and had to let each other go. It's been all of this subconscious fear of you two being walkie-talkie signals to each other. Both of you are in your bag. Both of you got money. And you're able to share this with the world. You have no idea how much your individual authentic love, showing it to the world when you're both ready, will change things for others. Because for a lot of you here, there has to be, even if it's not about same-sex relationship, there has to be something that makes you two very different. And a lot of people are afraid to show that different, not realizing how many other people are in the same boat. And if butterfly effect, they show them authentic selves, it makes a trickling effect for other people too as well. You guys are going to tidy up together as well. I see you not sweeping things under the rug on this next conversation. Really analyzing and organizing and working through it together. This connection has so much more in store. And I know I'm pausing a lot with this reading, but I can't tell you the amount of downloads I'm feeling and hearing the different things you guys are talking about. We're going to do one more card for the send out. They tell me just to split the deck. Comparison with study. Well, another thing I'm seeing with this, and it has nothing to do with it, but it's a sign. Well, 999 could be a big sign for you. But also with this card, I see Gemini, because it looks like two twins. You could be a Gemini, or you could be an air placement. Okay, we're going to do 3, because these 3 all popped out to me. I'm not looking at that one. Your send out. Keep asking questions about them. Understand this person can... Okay, and that's like... Is that like a like symbol? That is like a like notification. And study. Your send out is knowing that... To keep in mind that this person may be intimidated. Sometimes they could be intimidated by the amount of attention you can receive. But for every like that comes on your page, from every person that tries to gain your attention, the way you treat this person of the reading, there will come a time when those numbers do not intimidate them anymore. With the people that have your attention at work or your friends or etc. will no longer affect them. You are to study about each other. You are to not try to do the whole, I'm not going to like the person's pictures because I'm trying to play it like all chill and cool, whatever, you know what I'm trying to state. They're saying be friendly, be yourself, ask questions. And there's a deep sense of music communication between you two. All right. Also, let's talk about the spiritual adventure in Colorado that I am hosting. All right. It's going to be August 11th through August 16th. It's in the Colorado Rocky Mountains. We're going to be going to 3 national parks and doing so much more. Every single day, I have a spiritual workshop in place where it's going to be all about different subjects: inner child healing, manifestation, spiritual alchemy, doing guided energy readings, etc. And one thing I'm very excited to announce to you guys is I'm in the production of making my tarot/oracle decks. They're not going to be available for purchase until after I come back from the Colorado retreat. Every single person that comes on the Colorado retreat is getting the first prints of those cards. We're going to cleanse them together in the mountains and pull them together for the first time. Before anybody else's eyes will lay on them, you will see it. You will have it. There is so much to unpack, more than even just a physical adventure. When I say adventure, I mean in all forms and planes of existence. You're going to leave this trip in a whole different mindset than when you came into it. If you're feeling called, if you feel this right now, sign up while there's still the early bird spots available. It's $200 off the entire trip. Any questions you have, do not hesitate to give me an email at contact@offprintmint.com. You can go right into the bio of this video and the details are there. Also, there are split payment plans. And all you need to put down now is the deposit to have your spot reserved. Alrighty? That's what I got for y'all today. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it. you.